Hey, what's up, you guys? This is the 80s music lover, and I'm going to do part 2 of Prince's 6th album, Ties and Controversy. I didn't elaborate on these two. I kind of rushed it at the end, so I'm going to do that in this video. People wanted to know why I preferred and I liked, actually I love, Chaos and Disorder, and I didn't like The Gold Experience. This album was released in 1995. This album came right after and was released in 1996, which closed out Prince's contract with Warner Brothers Studios. This album only like 6 tracks. The 2 featured songs on here, highlights for me, were We March, which I believe is track 6, and the other song was The Most Beautiful Girl in the World. His radio hit song from this album, The Gold Experience. The song Gold itself is cool. It's a little commercial, but it's honest. So those were the highlights for me. I only like 6 of the total songs of this 12-track album, with the operator making it a total of 18. The MPG operator. I just couldn't get into this. I listened to it like 5-6 times, maybe even more, and it never grew on me like Prince's other albums are very well known to do. And I think it's a cool album, but it's not his best album. It's my least favorite. It's not a bad album. It's not terrible. I don't hate it. I just think that it's not his best work, and it's my least favorite album. Okay? The ties in this were Prince was on a slope, going fast down a hill to get out of the Warner Brothers contract. So this was one album that was leading him to that, and then this one actually did it, and this was the last album for him. And he puts his symbol on there, on both of them, and as he did a few other albums. I think what was it, The Beautiful Experience, and when he was with the MPG, and he did the Love Symbol album, first time he showed his symbol. And he still said Prince and the New Power Generation, but he introduced his symbol on the very front. He was real big, like he did with the Beautiful Experience. Okay, now let's talk about Chaos and Disorder. I'm not going to get into every single song, but I will say that I love this album. It has the explicit lyrics, parental advisory sticker on it. It's not even a sticker, it's part of the album cover. Okay. This here, that's the vinyl record of 1999. Open up your 1999 album record and pull out the album. Pull out the Licorice. And that's what you will see. Why did Prince put that on there? I don't know. But I like it. There's a footstep of a boot. And they're stepping on the album. We love 1999. Why are you stepping on 1999, Prince? Or why are you symbolizing that? And there's Chaos and Disorder. Right in between the footstep, in the middle of it. There's little things that I see and stands out more so to me than other people. Maybe you guys didn't notice that cover art. Is that the reason why I love this album alone? No. I can appreciate it. Prince is creative in all aspects, you know. And that's just one of the reasons. The other is, of course, the 10 songs, and there are a list of 11, but Had You is not a song. It's not. In my opinion, it's not. The 10 songs, I love all these songs. I love Dig You Better Dead. It's his funky track. It's a very artistic, probably the most artistic. This whole album is very artistic because it's all mixed up, and that to me is artistic in itself. But they all go together. Dinner with Dolores could have been on Around the World in a Day. Could have fit perfectly in on the album Around the World in a Day. Listen to the composure of it. It sounded like he might have recorded it then, and he just spiffed it and cleaned it up and brought it up to date in 1996 or 95 when he was recording it, and released it on this album. Don't know if he did that, you guys, but if he did, I wouldn't be surprised. If this Dinner with Dolores was recorded and written back in 1985, it wouldn't astound and surprise me, because it sounds like it belongs on Around the World in a Day. I love Chaos and Disorder. I like it there. He talks about his hair. Of course, he's talking about a female, but he talks about his hair. Prince tends to do that. He'll talk about something else, way out the subject, and he'll throw it in there, and he'll make you say, what? But somehow, some way, it catches our attention, and we like it. Like he talked about his hair in Erotic City. Every time I comb my hair, thoughts of you get in my eye. She's always in my hair. You know? And on this one, he says, he starts playing the guitar, and it's like the end of, towards the end of the song, or getting towards the end, and he goes, "Oh, you know how much I love you, even more than I love my hair." And he starts screaming, after. It's like, that's awesome. I love that stuff when Prince does that. And the man's just a lyrical, musical genius. Okay. The Same December. That might be a very weird song to you guys from Prince. He has a lot of switching, a lot of changing. The composure on that goes up and down like a roller coaster, that's what makes the song unique. That's what I like about it. He said, "We all come from the same December, and in the end, that's where we will go. So let's go." He takes you on a ride, a journey, a musical journey on that song. When I hear that song, I get a rush from that song, a positive rush, and I love it, like as if he's right there playing in my car, right, or if I'm in my house, right there in my living room, just playing the hell out of his guitar or something like that. Just electric and exciting. Xana Lee, it's a swinging, bluesy type of funky tune, and he's a cop. He's playing the role of a cop on a stakeout, and he's watching somebody who's a criminal and who they've been watching for a while, trying to catch him in the act. And Xana Lee is a chick, and she has a sister with her, and they're running some business on with the guy. And Prince is on a stakeout with his binoculars, trying to look in the vertical blinds and see any little piece of skin, anything he can, see what's going on in there. And his sergeant, his captain, his sergeant, he, calls in on a walkie-talkie, and he says, "What are you doing? Like, I've been trying to reach you. What are you doing?" And he goes, "Oh, sorry, Sarge. I gotta go. I'll report back. Bye," or something like that. And it's like, you don't know what Prince is doing. His character's doing. Like, he's being turned on by what he's seeing. He's supposed to be on a stakeout, being a cop. It's just, your mind can just wonder. But it's a hilarious, funky, bluesy, blues type of song. I Rock, Therefore I Am features Rosie Gaines with the swinging chorus. And that song was purposed to be the other hit song, like Dinner with Dolores. Little Commercial. It's the longest song on the album, but very funky and catchy. A little bit of Jamaican. Somebody's on there in the background. Can't recognize who it is, if they're part of the New Power Generation or not. I don't think so. But they're a guest person on the album with Rosie Gaines. Rosie Gaines is also singing in the background of Chaos and Disorder. I love Rosie Gaines' voice. Beautiful. And the rest of the album, you check it out. Okay. Now, Chaos and Disorder got a bum rap. This album, to me, was very, very heavily underrated. Very, very heavily underrated, this album here. It should have been rated higher, but it didn't. But that's okay. Everybody want to label it as, oh, that's Prince's last album. That was his piece of crap that he got out of his contract with the Warner Brothers. That's what they label this album as. But it's not. And I don't see that as that. And I thought that. I can see how you guys could think that. I'm not blaming you guys for it, but I think you should just give the album some more spins from A to Z, no skipping nothing, and then take what you like. I can pretty much guarantee you, by the fourth spin, if you give it that much, it would have grown on you, and you would love it. And see it for what Prince meant for it to be. Okay? We didn't like a lot of, we didn't understand and take a lot of Prince's albums that weren't the obvious. And he has some, like 30 some odd albums that he released. There's some albums in there that we didn't, couldn't cream to. right away. We had to grow on us. So why not this one too? You know, I'm not saying you have to like every Prince album, but I just think this album got a bum rap. This is a very good. This is one of my favorite albums by Prince. One of them. I have many. This is one of them. I respect the hell out of this album. Okay, I love it. Now, one other thing before I close this part two of Prince sixth album, Ties and Controversy. I didn't mention on Prince's Black album and his Love Sexy album, which I also were matching up to be ties. Um, if you guys notice on that album, look at the back of it. Look at the tracks, the list of the tracking on the back of the albums, and you will see one song that's the same, and that is his Slow Cut. And he had only one slow jam on both of those albums. Okay, the Black album had a total of 8 tracks, 4 on each side, and Love Sexy was one continual running track. But what was it? Was it 9 different songs? 9, I believe he had 9 songs on that album. If I'm mistaken, forgive me, but I believe it was 9 songs he had. When Two Are in Love is the song that ties those two and binds those two together. No matter what else you say, When Two Are in Love is the song. Why? Because it's on both of those albums. It's on the Black album and it's on Love Sexy. Why Prince did that, I don't know. I'm guessing he wanted that to be a remembrance of the experience of Spooky Electric, which he did to record the Black album, and which a dark driving force that he didn't like, he wrestled with, and then he did Love Sexy, and it wasn't with Spooky Electric. It was with another light being, something more positive, more spiritual. And if you listen to the albums, they're both black and white. And what they are. The Black album is dark, funky, greasy chicken funky. And Love Sexy is very, not holy, but spiritual, positive, and on a lighter side. Okay. So, I didn't mention that other thing. Like I said, I didn't mention that the slow jam connection on the other video of this, but I wanted to mention that now. So if you guys didn't notice that, now you know. I don't try, but I automatically pay attention to a lot of stuff. I catch what Prince is doing. I don't fully understand the man. I'm not trying to. I love the man's music. I think he's a genius. I can't say that enough. And those things just stand out to me. So hopefully you found some interesting things as well in this video, like you guys did the first one. If you guys have any questions or anything, hey, I'm not perfect with knowledge of Prince. I have not written. If I had written all his books, I would be a millionaire, multimillionaire. But I haven't read all his books and autobiographies and all that. I have read some of them, but not all of them. But I know a lot about the man. I know a lot about the history, album running dates, and different time frames and events and things that happened in Prince's life. I even know a lot of romantic stuff that happened between him and some of the females that he worked with and that was in his band. I'm not going to spill the beans on all that. But if you ask me any questions, I'll let you know what's happening. I know a whole lot about this man. I could have been his agent or something. Agents go right there where the artist goes, or whether he's a music artist, rock, a rock artist, or whatever music, or if he's into sports, hitting home runs or running touchdowns. I feel like I could have been Prince's agent like that. They go everywhere the person goes. They're right there. So, anyway, that's it. So, you guys, take it easy. Go listen to some Prince albums, preferably this one. Give this one another chance. We already know how y'all feel about this one. But we want to give Chaos and Disorder some love, you guys. We want to give Chaos and Disorder some love. Alright? Alright. So, at least I'm promoting that. Alright, much respect and love to all you Prince fans out there. Keep on, supporting our boy, you know. Don't know when he's going to come out with a new album, but hopefully soon. Alright? So, peace out. May you live to see the dawn. And peace and be wild.